I've never been one to believe in the paranormal. But what I experienced one frigid night in Southend changed my perspective forever. My name is Alex, and this is my true story. It was the winter of 1983 when I decided to visit Southend-on-Sea, a quaint seaside town in England, hoping for a peaceful retreat. The locals, however, whispered about an old, abandoned house at the edge of town, the Conjuring House they called it. Stories about the infamous Warrens investigating the house back in the 70s intrigued me. Skeptical but curious, I decided to take a closer look. The house loomed ominously as I approached it, its windows dark and broken, the front door barely hanging on its hinges. Despite the icy wind slicing through my coat, I felt a strange heat emanating from the house. I took a deep breath and stepped inside. The air was thick, almost suffocating, with an odor of decay and something else I couldn't quite place. As I wandered through the rooms, each step I took echoed loudly, the sound amplified by the eerie silence. It wasn't long before I felt the presence, something watching me, following me. As I ventured further into the house, I came across a staircase leading down to a dank basement. Something compelled me to descend. The basement was darker than any darkness I had ever experienced. I fumbled for my flashlight, the beam cutting through the blackness, revealing an old leather-bound journal on a dusty table. The journal belonged to Lorraine Warren, detailing her investigations here. One entry caught my eye, an account of a werewolf sighting in Southend. My heart raced as I read about the creature, its glowing eyes and its predatory growl. She had warned that the beast was not of this world but a manifestation of pure evil. Suddenly, I heard a low growl behind me. I spun around, flashlight trembling in my hand. There, at the foot of the stairs, stood a hulking figure, eyes glowing an unnatural yellow. My breath hitched, and I felt an icy dread seep into my bones. The creature stepped into the light, revealing matted fur and sharp claws. I couldn't move. Every instinct screamed to run, but my legs felt like lead. The beast advanced, and I could hear the floorboards creak under its weight. In a desperate attempt to defend myself, I swung the flashlight, but it passed right through the creature as if it were made of smoke. The werewolf lunged at me and I fell backward, hitting the ground hard. I closed my eyes, waiting for the end, but then nothing. I opened my eyes to find the creature gone, the basement eerily silent once more. I scrambled up the stairs and out of the house, running until I reached the safety of the town. The locals later told me that those who entered the Conjuring House rarely came out the same. They claimed the werewolf was a curse tied to the house, a remnant of the dark rituals once performed there. Whether it was a hallucination or a genuine brush with the supernatural, I'll never know. But one thing is certain, the Southend werewolf and the haunted Conjuring House will haunt my nightmares forever.